Today we're going to talk about how and when things finally click for me when it comes to trading, okay? Because there are a lot of things that I remembered that actually helped me to just take my trading to the next level, and I believe it will help you guys out. So let's first start by saying that there isn't one thing, okay? I hate when, people ask successful people, hey, what made you successful? And they usually say either work hard or love what you do, or it's usually one thing they talk about. And I realize success is not about one thing. It's about multiple things, right? So it's about multiple things coming together to achieve a common goal. So multiple things have to come together, right? Have to align. And that's how you actually see success. So let's talk about the multiple things that help my trading career and when things just click. The first thing is keeping things as simple as possible. I would have a profitable system and I would see other traders, right, that maybe I looked up to, or maybe they call themselves professional traders. And I'm like, man, maybe I need to add that to my strategy, or maybe I need to look at that, right? And I would probably add something to my strategy, and I would always find myself either not doing good when I'm adding something, or making the strategy complicated to the point where it's not simple anymore, or I will, maybe get away from my simple strategy and just use the complicated strategy. And then next thing you know, I'm not making profits anymore. So I realized I always come back to the basics. I'm always coming back to something that's very simple when it comes to trading, right? Simple, support and resistance, simple supply and demand, simple, maybe 1 or 2, 3 setups that I'm using to enter the market, right? Simple rules, keeping it simple, and realizing, keeping it simple is the way to go. Right? I'm not good at looking at level 2 or volume or time and sales, right? I'm not good at looking at footprint charts. I know what fits me. I know what fits my personality. I know what, fits how I like to trade. So again, I'm always coming back to the basics, especially when I'm trying to add, complicated things to my strategy. Now, the next thing that helped me, or something that just finally clicked when it comes to my trading, was reminding myself there will always be trading opportunities the next day. Let's say I miss a trade, right? And I'm like, man, I can't believe I missed that trade. Or let's say that I didn't do good this month, but this month was a hot month, right? I was like, man, I can't believe I didn't do good this month. We probably never get these type of months again, or we'll probably never get, this type of volatility again. I start to realize the market isn't going anywhere, and the market will always provide you with good opportunities, right? So you can't think that, oh, you're missing out, or, oh, the market will never be this way. No, you have to understand that the market will always provide you some good opportunities. You just have to show up. And once you realize that, and once I realized that, I wasn't in chasing mode anymore. I wasn't in, oh, I gotta chase this trade, or I gotta chase this opportunity, because, I realized tomorrow's a new day, right? Or next week is a new week. So once I realized that, it definitely helped me to calm down and not really be too mad about, certain conditions or certain trading opportunities. There will be another one tomorrow. Now, another thing that clicked with me, all right, was realizing I'm always going to be at war with myself, okay? And that simply means that, I'm always going to struggle with some type of discipline, patience, because a lot of new traders, or traders in general, think that once you're profitable, that's it, like no more problems at all. And that's not true. Yes, you're always going to struggle. You're always going to be fighting against, man, should I take the trade, or should I break my trade, or should I break my rules to take that trade, right? Now, don't get it twisted. You're definitely going to be much better than a new trader that's coming in the market, right? You're definitely going to have more discipline. You're going to have more patience. But sometimes it will creep in, right? It will creep in like, man, that trade looks good. Even though it's not part of my system, it looks good. Should I take it? Even if I take it with small size, should I take it? And you're going to be dealing with that throughout your whole trading career, okay? So don't think that, that bad side of you is going to disappear and you're never going to break any rules anymore. No, understand that we are still human beings at the end of the day. We're not perfect, so we will make mistakes, and you just got to live with that. So understand that that will never go away, and understand that even though it doesn't go away, figure out ways to make it not control you, right? So if you are feeling an urge to trade or take a trade that's outside of your trading plan, you got to figure out ways to not do that, right? But I'm here to tell you that it's a constant battle back and forth. Another thing that clicked for me was realizing that a lot of pro traders don't trade the same, because I was looking for this magic strategy where, maybe one strategy where professional traders trade like one strategy and just trade that strategy. And I realized a lot of professionals don't trade the same, right? Some traders are, very short-term scalpers, in and out, a couple of seconds, a couple of minutes, boom. Then you got, traders that just like to swing trade. Then you got traders that like to only, take counter trend trades, right? You have traders that are different. So you have to understand that the strategy is not what's going to make you a professional trader. It's the process, right? Professional traders, what really make them professional traders is they have a strict process and they pretty much do the same thing over and over, right? It's actually boring. And you have to understand that. A lot of people always want some magic bullet, but it's literally doing the same thing every single day, even when things are slow or even when things are bad, right? You just basically waking up, having the same process every single day, the same routine every single day, and you just chipping away, chipping away, chipping away. And that's what I realized. I'm like, every successful trader has that in them, okay? It's not really the strategy. It's not really, what strategy they are trading. It's how they approach it. It's the routine that they practice every single day. It's the same, right? They wake up, they do the same thing every single day, no matter what. And that's really what a professional trader is all about. And when I realized that, it really finally clicked to me, because I realized I was changing strategies too much, or I was changing my routine too much. And I realized, man, I have to just stick to my routine no matter what, even if it's boring, even if I have break-even weeks or losing weeks, no matter what, stick to the same things over and over and over. Now, the next thing that finally clicked, right, was understanding mental capital, right? Mental capital is actually as important as trading capital, because if mentally you're not there, how do you expect to trade at a high level? So a lot of people will stress themselves out on unnecessary things, and that stress will basically seep into the next day. Okay, so let's say, for example, you take low quality trades, and you shouldn't be taking low quality trades, but you take low quality trades, right? Yes, some of them you might make money and some of them you might lose money, but you're stressing yourself out on these unnecessary trades. And then guess what? If you're stressing yourself out, you are very vulnerable to the point where you can actually do something that can break your rules, okay? Maybe revenge trade, or maybe chase a trade, right? And it's all because you're doing something that is stressing you out, okay? So I realized preserving my mental capital is very important, okay? It's not just important for that trading day, it's actually important for the next trading day. Because think about it. Let's say you break your rules. The next day, what's going to happen? Oh man, I can't believe I lost $1,000 on that trade. Man, like, what's wrong with me? Like, I can't believe I traded like that yesterday, right? So you're going to bring all that baggage to the next day. So it's not just only about your trading day, right? It's about the next day too. You're gonna bring all that baggage to the next day, and then it could actually, snowball. So we don't want that. We want to preserve our mental capital as much as possible, and we don't want to stress ourselves out as much as possible. So one of the things I realized was, just take high quality trades, right? That helped me to lower my stress level, so I won't just do random things just because I want to trade. The next thing that really clicked for me, guys, was understanding that there isn't a perfect strategy. And this was really big because in the beginning of my career, I was following this lady, right? And she was like very talented and she hardly had any losing days. So I thought that that's how trading supposed to be, right? Not having losing days. And that really, messed me up for years. I mean years, because I was following her for a little bit, and I thought that was supposed to be that. And if I had a break-even week, I would actually throw away a strategy. Even though, let's say, for example, I've been making money for 2 months with that strategy or 3 months with the strategy, and I had one break-even week, I would throw away the strategy because I was like, man, she's not losing, so I'm losing. You know what? Let me throw away the strategy. And I realized trading is not about that, right? Professional traders, they lose, right? They lose. You will lose, guys. You will have losing days. You will have losing weeks, right? And sometimes you might have losing months, but you have to understand that trading is not about 1 week or 1 day. It's about multiple weeks and multiple months, okay? So by the end of the month, if you're profitable, then it's all good because you're actually winning. So don't stress yourself out trying to win every single day, because that's not the reality of trading, okay? And when that really clicked for me, I'm like, good, I don't have to win every single day. As long as I follow my strategy and I'm profitable at the end of the month, I'm good. Now, another thing that clicked for me is having awareness, right? Being aware in the now, being aware in real time, okay? One thing that helped me out was in the morning, I had a routine where I was writing in my book, right? Writing down the mistakes that I made yesterday and the mistakes that I have to correct today. Okay, so let's say today is a new trading day. I write in the book, okay, today I will follow my rules. I won't revenge trade. I will write down the thing that actually made me revenge trade. So, okay, today I'm going to focus on that. I'm not going to focus on making money. I'm going to focus on this, all right? I'm going to focus on not revenge trading because of risking too much money or whatever the case is, right? Today, that's my goal, okay? And by doing this, I made myself aware, right? I'm making myself aware of my actions, of my behavior, because the key to success is changing your behavior. Most people want different results, but do not want to change, guys. You have to change. Think about it. If you're not successful now at trading, it's because you need to change some type of behavior to make yourself successful. If you didn't need to change, then you would be successful right now. So success is all about changing your behavior. The only way you have to change your behavior, you have to be aware of what you're doing right now. It can't be after the fact, okay? Let's say you're trading and you break the rules, you're like, oh man, I broke my rules. Guys, it's too late. It's too late. You can't do everything after the fact. You will never grow. It has to be in the now. So you have to recognize what you are doing right now and catch it before you break your rules. So writing things down, right, and having it right in front of you and practicing that every single day, that's going to change your behavior. Because if you're writing every single day down, and honestly, I suggest you write it down at first instead of typing, and write it down, because when you write it down, for some reason, it brings more power to it. I don't know the reason why, but it brings more power to it. You write it down, and what I would do is I would sign it too. I would sign it and I would date it, okay? And then after I finish that, I will say out loud, I will follow my rules. I will follow my rules, right? I say that maybe 10 times in a row, okay? And then boom, I'll go trade. So imagine doing that, guys, for 3 months straight. Man, you're gonna be a different trader. You're gonna change your behavior just by doing that. So success is all about behavior change. It's all about changing your behavior, because the person that you are right now, most likely you can't make money, okay? You have to change your behavior. So change your behavior so you can start making money and go from there. So that really clicked when I was just making myself aware of whatever I was doing when I was trading. Now, the next thing, guys, what really clicked, okay, was, man, this is a big one right here. Figuring out when not to trade, okay? This is a very big one. And this is when, like a light bulb came on, because I was always focusing on, man, I need to trade today. Man, I need to take that trade. Man, I need to trade. Like, what about the days that I don't want to trade, okay? Because again, it's going back to mental capital, right? Saving your mental capital. Certain days you do not want to trade. And if you do trade those days, you're probably going to get chopped up. So you can save a lot of mental capital by not trading certain days, because most likely if I trade that day, I'm gonna lose money. So figuring out when not to trade, okay, is a big one. I used to take a lot of screenshots. So by me taking screenshots, and I learned the days that I didn't do good, okay? And those days I'm like, you know what? I'm not gonna trade. Okay, trust me, it felt horrible in the beginning, because I'm like, man, I want to trade, but I can't trade. But it is what it is. If you want to save your capital and you want to save your mental capital, that's the best thing to do. The next thing, guys, that really clicked was not caring about the money. At one point, I was like, I'm done with this, man. I don't want to think about the money. So I started small. Okay, I started like risking $10 to $20 a trade. And at the time I was risking maybe $50 to $100 a trade. To scale back that much, it hurt, but I'm like, bro, I'm not profitable yet. I didn't prove to myself that I can actually make money. So why I'm trying to risk $50 to $100, let me scale back. And by scaling back, it helped me, because I wasn't thinking about the money no more. I was thinking just about the process. I was thinking about, taking the right trade, and that's it. So scaling back and not thinking about the money honestly will help you, because now you're just not scared. You're not scared to take the trade, or you're not thinking about revenge trading. You're not thinking about FOMO. It's literally just thinking about the process, right? And the last thing that really helped me and that really clicked, when I really focused on market structure, right? Understanding that market structure is king, because if you don't know the direction, I don't care how good your psychology is, I don't care how good you read level 2, I don't care how good your risk management is. If you don't understand the direction, you will lose. It's just what it is. Market structure is king. Once I understood that, once I understood market structure, that, man, I mean, clicked. My trading basically improved overnight just because of that. So those are different things that helped me with my trading career. So when I realized those things, guys, that's when trading like finally clicked for me. Again, it's not just one thing you're gonna realize, it's gonna be multiple things, and those are things I wanted to share with you today. So hit that like button, hit that subscribe button if you want to learn how I trade. Link in the description, discount going on, and also comment below because I try to answer all your guys' questions. Thanks a lot for your time, and please have a great day.